Says ideal contact for your organization or tribe. You're not just trying to get a contact. You want that contact to be able to help you in your mission.
We're all on this learning curve, and we should never be afraid to show ourselves that experience of growing and learning together and being vulnerable.
You want somebody that actually can help you in your tribe or your whatever organization you're with.
How do you, like if you're starting something and you don't have a clear idea, how do you fine tune? Who are there steps that can help you to fine tune?
Exactly. And don't worry about, it's not like you can make a mistake, okay? Just take a piece of paper, right? You guys find a paper and pen. As we do this, we can go through this. Don't even write the word age, just write the age number.
Oh, don't
In
take.
other words, I mean, just the answers, not the questions. Now, you don't have to answer all of these, first of all. But if it comes to your mind somehow, just write it down. Don't worry. You can always change it later. The other thing is location. Do you want this person to just be somebody you meet online? Or are you thinking about somebody that is, like local in the city where you are, or at least in the country where you are? You guys, what do you think about these questions, first of all? Does that help at all?
It gives stones to step on.
Trying to give the blessing. Okay, if that's your mission, you want to give the blessing. So you're looking for people that want to get married. So marital status, seeking to be married. So you would write that. And I want to give a blessing to a minister, for example. So obviously you would write married instead of single, right? So it all depends on what is your goal. So basically, it's like drawing a map. What kind of value would they have, the people that you're looking for? At least you want somebody that is actually, looking, let's say it's a blessing, looking for, they believe in family. Goals. What are their short term and long term goals? You're going to always meet people that are similar to yourself. You can get some clues inside yourself. So you're looking for somebody to witness to that wants to manage service for peace, for example. So their goal would be something like they seek to, engage in a nonprofit organization and they have managerial skills. But if you're looking for somebody that absolutely wants to be a member, then you should put down something like actually looking for the Messiah. That's why you got to be specific. Challenges. This is very important here. What problems or pain points do they face? So it would be like, we want them to be struggling. They feel very lonely. They feel very disconnected from the community. They don't have any community to share their aspirations with. Motivations. What drives their decision and action? Again, all of this you can refer to yourself. What drives you down deep? When you have your Facebook group, you're going to put a post in the group actually to learn about these very questions we're trying to answer. So you would say, what are your aspirations? What are your goals personally? Then let's say you get 10 people answer that. So as you do the group little by little, you get to know them and you get to understand the kind of people you're attracting. You hear about their fears. So you can say, what are your greatest fears in this group as individually, personally? So each post will help you answer these questions. So what are their research habits? How do they research for answers, organizations, or where do they research? So do they just go to online, or do they go to a bookstore? Favorite media platform. So do they go to Facebook? Do they go to Instagram? Specifically, what problems do they need to solve? Very specific problems. Like they are very scared of marriage. They have a very specific problem because they've seen too many divorces in their life. See, like your marketing has to focus on a specific group and a type of person with a specific problem. Let's say you go to some kind of a networking meeting or just some kind of a event, right? Now, how do you know who you're looking for as far as somebody to follow up on. There's all kinds of people there. Who are you going to approach? Imagine, let's say you have a brochure already ready to go where it says, are you addicted to sugar? You pull that out, you look around and you see somebody eating a lot of cookies. You pull that out and you give it to them. The person says, how did you know? You say, I help people with sugar addiction. Now, this is just an example. I'm saying, whatever that is that you help with. For example, Donna, you're with the, bringing together people of, European descent and African descent, right?
Mhm.
Now, they have very specific problems. For example, I looked it up online. There's a lot of mixed race people, and they struggle with that. They don't know they're African, and they don't know whether they're Dutch. So that's a problem. So if your brochure had a huge big title, are you a mixed race? So as you look around in that meeting and look for a mixed race person and you give him that brochure, you don't just make one brochure, it's the same for everybody. Their problem matches your content. They feel that the universe or God or something has sent you to them. They feel, oh my God, I've attracted just the person that I needed. So the point is that you always start with the problem, because if they didn't have problems, they wouldn't need us. What are their desires, which is similar to goals? Do you wish to meet a community of mixed race youth? Now, that's more of a desire than a problem. But if you say, are you are you confused about your identity as a mixed race person? So now you're talking about a problem. These days, everybody's looking for a community, but they don't want just any community. They want a community where it specifically addresses their issue. And basically, they're looking for small groups.
Early 90s, Father was saying to us who were there, go out and make your community.
Community simply means wherever I can come to solve my problem. Women Version, UPF. No, those are not communities. Those are umbrella organizations. And then he says objection. If you're inviting somebody to this, they may have tried other groups like this. You say, have you ever tried to join a mixed race group and you felt nobody understood you? So that's an objection. That means somebody already tried, but they had a bad experience with it. You can put that on your Facebook group. You can say, have you ever tried to join a group and you felt disappointed? This is how you start to get a picture of the kind of people that you can help. It makes it so easy to write a Facebook post, because you have all this information, about them. After a few months, like you know who you're looking for. Because right now it's kind of vague. We don't know who we're looking for. We already did an about page, and then we're gonna take that, put it in the AI, and ask what would be an ideal contact for this type of a cause. Now that's going the other way around, not trying to answer all these questions and letting the AI do the thinking and do the research for us. But this is like a shortcut. Yeah, this is what we came up with. We're passionate folks who believe in the power of dialogue, understanding, building bridges between people of European and African descent, on and on and on. Let's go ahead and ask the question. I need to develop. Now there's a terminology for this in marketing called avatar. I use the word that's more specific in marketing, or in other words, ideal contact.
So avatar means ideal
Prospect.
prospect.
For my for my marketing below cause / organization. Before we dive into creating an avatar, let's distill PRT's essence in a few key points. Okay, mission: to foster dialogue, understanding, and unity between people of European and African descent in Netherlands. values: honesty, empathy, respect, inclusivity, uh, and hope for a shared future. Target audience: people in the Netherlands interested in social justice, diversity, and community building.
Hmm.
Would this be close enough?
But is
So,
it necessary to use?
what are you going to use instead of diversity?
Yeah.
Intercultural, interfaith. We could use that. They even made up a name for your avatar,
Mhm.
Anja van der Meer.
Yeah, that sounds pretty Dutch.
So okay, age 32. They even made it specific. Gender female. Ethnicity Dutch with African heritage. Why would somebody be interested in this? It would be somebody that was mixed themselves. So Amsterdam. Location would be Amsterdam.
Hmm.
Why? Because it's a diverse city. So it's an intercultural place. Occupation: social worker or community organizer.
So this is an example of someone.
Personality would be somebody that is passionate and empathetic. So obviously they have heart. So you're looking for that type of a person. A strong belief in the power of dialogue.
Yes.
Optimistic and hopeful for the future. Curious and open minded. But these are people that actually go to other groups, they try things. Collaborative and team oriented. And that's more nature of a female, usually. But you're saying, no, no, I don't want people into social justice. I want somebody that is into faith more. Then you have to be specific about that.
Hmm.
This type of people sound a little more liberal, right? Uh, so if that's not what you want, then you can point that out. Okay, so the history and culture, right? So they're interested in history and culture. They're interested in community building, personal growth and development, sustainability, and environmental issues. If you're saying, no, that's not quite really what I was looking for, then that means the explanation about your cause is missing something. Challenges and expression: experiences with discrimination and prejudice. So that means this person experienced discrimination because they were a mixed race, have experienced prejudice. Actually, they were maybe kicked out of their job or whatever. They said, well, you're not really Dutch and you're not really African. So you can't be in our group. And
Hmm.
this happens. It's real. On your website, you would say, have you experienced discrimination and prejudice as a mixed race?
But we can
So
also fine tune the word inclusive,
figure
or
out.
just say for deal specifically with the race issue.
Say, are you somebody that loves to learn, for opportunities to learn and grow about new
Mhm.
cultures?
Yes.
Years ago
But
in Australia, we would have said multicultural, but
right, right. Are you interested in multicultural, discussion?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. But here's a mistake we usually make in our marketings and our pamphlets is that we always want to put that on top. No, always put the problems first. No, that's not being negative. That's being relevant. See, people, number one, they want to know whether you understand their pain first, then their aspirations and goals and things like that, right? Their
Mm-hmm.
positive side. But they always want to know, are you accepting them with their pain, their baggage? We know your pain, we understand you. If they don't have a problem, there's no reason to invite them again. We
Yeah.
need to find their problem. know,
Yes.
we don't want them just to be curious. We need people that actually need us, and we need them, and they need us. But anyway, this was a very quick version
Yeah.
of a concept of an avatar or an ideal prospect.